Hello folks, I'm Grimwit, this is Finesweeper. I'm going to show you how to find mines on Minesweeper. I'm going to do the highest level because I'm an expert. Here's how you find all the mines. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hell. It's alright, I'm an expert. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's try that again. Hey folks, I'm Grimwit. This is Finesweeper. Finesweeper is a different version of Minesweeper where you get a certain number of lives instead of just the one, as with classic Minesweeper. Stop! What just happened? Classic Minesweeper has a very basic rule that, in theory, should allow you to locate and flag all the mines on the field. The rule is that each revealed tile will show a number stating the number of mines in its neighboring tiles, including diagonals. In practice, there are many spots of the game that give a 50-50 chance of hitting a mine or being in the clear. Classic Minesweeper only gives you 1 life, whereas Finesweeper grants you up to 7. With a little luck, during this series I should be able to teach you how to take as few chances as possible and become a decent Minesweeper. Moving on. As the levels in Finesweeper progress, the density of mines gets larger and larger, making it harder and harder. Stop. What was this technique? In Minesweeper, it's just as important to ask where the mines might be as where they will be. This number 1 indicates that either this or that tile is mined. This 2 here, let's call this 2 Henry. Henry is next to a tile that we know is mined, so we only have to worry about his second mine. Because we know Henry's other mine is either this or that tile, thanks to the 1, and that Henry is next to 2 mines and not 3, then we can figure that this spot is not mined. Randomly generated in the clear tiles will be hearts that give us extra lives as we go along. There are also full heals, but those are very rare. Stop! If you remember nothing else from my playing this run of Finesweeper, remember this pattern. If you ever have a straight line of 1, 2, 1, the middle tile will always be clear. There are other such patterns. Let's see if I can spot them. Here's a sort of 1, 2, 1 pattern. And since there's a heart there, why not take advantage of it? You can never get more than 7 lives each level. Here's the 1, 2, 1 pattern. After a while, it becomes sort of a trance. There's something very relaxing about Minesweeper. I can't really put my finger on what. Learning all the patterns, especially the 1, 2, 1 pattern, and counting the tiles, I don't know. Something about it just appeals to me. At the bottom there with the number 4, that looks like it can only be a 50-50 chance. Yep. Fortune smiles upon me. But it's important to note that Minesweeper does not reward cockiness. Hold it. Let's see that again. A powerful way of thinking about these numbers is subtracting the number of mines next to a clear tile from the total number given. Here we have a 2 that's next to a mine we know is there. We might as well think of this 2 as the number 1. If this tile is a mine, and this tile might be a mine, then we know this tile cannot be a mine. I'll try to show this method again later. It's a good idea to go ahead and get all the easy stuff out of the way first, and then worry about the hard stuff, until you find that you're in a situation where you can't logically know which one is a mine and which one isn't. I tend to go for low numbers before high numbers, and I tend to go for the known before the unknown. Take that 5 for example. I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible until I clear everything around it. And then I figure, oh, there we go. That's all 5 tiles. Stop. Play that back. Now, how did I know that was safe? This is another example of an easy pattern to find, much like the 1-2-1 pattern. If you have 3 ones in a row and the middle one is clear and is also a 1, then the next 3 tiles in a row must also be clear. This is because we know that only this or this tile is a mine, thanks to these 2 number 1s. So the next 3 tiles below must also be clear. Alright, this trick is taking account 2 tiles and what they mean to each other. Actually, this isn't any different from anything I've done before. Because of this 1, we know either this or that tile is mined. This 2, we're going to call this 2 Bob. We know that one of Bob's mines might be here or here, thanks to the 1. So Bob's other mine must be here. Minesweeper feels like the original casual game, doesn't it? And you know, if you play it enough, and I do because Minesweeper is all about wasting time, and I'm very good at wasting time. If you play it enough, you stop thinking about it. I mean, that's the trance aspect. You just sit back and let your hand do all the thinking for you. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Well, maybe to a non-artist. As an artist, I have a tendency of drawing things and beginning art that I don't know how it's going to end. It just sort of happens. I'm told writers do the exact same thing. I wonder what it's all about. It's a question of authorship. Another thing about Finesweeper in particular that I've noticed is sometimes the hearts will hide the number underneath. By default, the numbers are not colored in Finesweeper. I had to turn it onto, I think it's called nostalgic mode, in order to turn the colors on just so I can see which number is underneath the hearts. It's even worse with the full heal heart, because that particular one is completely opaque. Even if you hover over it, you can't see what's underneath it. I guess that's the price you pay for having an extra life. You like this music? It's from a game called Narbacular Drop. It was the prototype for the Portal series. Very few people remember that game. Okay. Minesweeper does not reward cockiness. And if you sit back and let your hands do all the thinking for too long, they do get cocky. Stop. This will be the last trick of this video, and it's going to take a bit to explain. I call this pattern the 3 tower. When you have a 3 at an angle like this, and it's next to a mine, and also a 1, then we know its diagonal is also a mine, and that the diagonal of the 1 is clear. The best way to understand this is to play the game What If. See this 3? We're going to call this 3 Jane. what if this tile next to Jane were clear? If it were so, because Jane is a 3, then this and this tile would both be mines. But if that were so, then this 1 would be a 2 tile. Because the 1 is not a 2, then we know that our what-if situation cannot be true. And if this tile cannot be clear, then this tile must be a mine. So now we know where Jane's second mine is. Jane's third mine, and also the 1 tile north of her, must therefore either be here or here, and that means this top tile must also be clear. And so the 3 towers complete. I've recorded about an hour of gameplay until I finally reach a point where I can no longer find the mines and I lose all 7 lives. This is going to take a while to comb through, and each of these videos takes a lot of work, a lot more than my normal Let's Plays. That said, if you're interested, leave a comment if you find this interesting or if you don't understand something that I've gone through. We'll see. We're at the 5 minute 22 second mark, and there's about an hour of footage to comb through. Anyway, thank you for watching, and go play Minesweeper.